What's up, fellas? So today, one of my loyal Patreon supporters asked me, how can he stop overthinking? So fellas, every single day as we live, we get bombarded with thousands and hundreds of thousands of thoughts. And let me tell you this. We suffer more in our minds than in reality. Let me say that again. Sometimes we suffer more in our minds than in reality. All these thoughts that you guys have, I want you guys to know that it's an illusion. It's not real. It's not reality. It's a fugazi. The thoughts in your mind is not reality. It's fake. Think of your mind and your thoughts like the ocean. You have no control over the ocean. You cannot separate the Red Seas like Moses. Think of your thoughts like waves. They come in and they come out. They come in and they come out. You have no control over that. But I tell you what you can do. You can surf those waves. Kala motherfucking bunga, motherfucker. Because when you are surfing, kala bunga, you are not focused on the waves that pass. You are not focused on the waves that are out in the sea. You are focused on the waves that's coming now. If you don't ride the waves in Kalabunga, the waves that's coming now, you're gonna fall off the surfboard, man overboard, and a jellyfish might sting you in the ball sack. So what I'm trying to say is, you should not be focused on one wave, because one negative thought is going to lead to another negative thought, and you're gonna fall off your surfboard. So what you have to do is just focus on riding the waves. Whatever thoughts that comes at you, just ride and surf over it. The secret here is don't mind the mind, because you cannot control the mind. The mind is like the waves. You cannot control the waves if it's big, tall, skinny, a big wave or not. You cannot control the waves, but you can control how you surf over those waves. And it's natural for the waves to come in and out. And it's natural for the mind to have thoughts coming in and out. But the mind is like the waves. And you just surf over those waves. You stand your ground. You're stable. You're surfing over those waves because you cannot control the waves. It's either surf the waves or let the waves control you. Let me tell you guys something. Especially in this new social media day and age where we have TikTok, Tumblr, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat. And every time we look at people's Snapchat stories or Instagram stories, it looks like they're having, a fun. It looks like they're having more friends and they're living a better life than us. We tend to feel that we're not worthy or we're not good enough. But the truth of a matter of fact is all that social media shit is bullshit. They're just trying to put on a front. Do you know why? Because people on social media, they modify their pictures. They filter the fuck out of their pictures. And every time they post the best pictures. And you better best believe that some people take 1,000 selfies and they choose the best one. And every time they go out, they always post the videos of them having fun and they're really happy. But in reality, it was boring. Because they're trying to put on a facade and it makes us think to ourselves, damn, I feel like shit and I don't have any friends. That is what causes us to overthink. But the truth of the matter of fact is the people on social media who are the most beautifulest and the most happiest tend to be the most depressed and most insecure people. They are just like you and I. They're not better than us. We're all the same. We're all lost. Don't let social media brainwash you to overthinking that you're not worthy. It's all a facade. It's all bullshit. And social media is just a very small part of this because you are not alone. We tend to overthink things and worry about shit that don't even fucking matter. Because the biggest war zone is not in real life, but it's within our imagination. We tend to cue ourselves within our mind before it even happens. When you're overthinking, you're thinking about the past, which already happened. You can't control that. When you are overthinking, you're thinking about the future. You're role playing what's going to happen, but it's never going to happen. You cannot control that. But I tell you what you can control. You can control your will, you can control your intentions, and you can control what you're going to do today. Because if you focus on the present, that is power. When you are focused on today, in the present, you're focused on to build a better tomorrow. That's power, because when you're focused in the present, you have complete control over your thoughts. When you have complete control over your thoughts, you have complete control over yourself, because what controls your mind controls your fucking life. Overthinking is just obsessive worrying about insignificant things that are not going to happen. Just little fucking shit. When you are talking to a girl, you cannot fucking predict and overthink the conversation, or the conversation will not flow. You gotta be in the present and let the conversation flow. Being in the present is the best way to get to know a girl, because you're just in the present. You're just enjoying. You're not worrying about other bullshit. That's the only time when you can really enjoy life, is to be in the present. Do you know why Michael Jordan is such a great basketball player? Because he never worried about what was going on, people talking shit about him, or it could be a big, NBA Finals games. He was just in the moment. He was just happy. He was just enjoying life to the fullest. He was just in the fucking moment. He just embraced what is going to happen. He did not care what people think. He just played basketball. He just was in the present and just did what he loved to do. And that's what you guys do, because overthinking, you cannot control that shit. You can't control it. But I tell you what you can control is your will, your intention, and what you're going to do today. Because that is something that you have control over, and that's going to give you power. You can't really stop your brain and your mind to think, but you can switch it. You can switch these thoughts by focusing on yourself, by doing things that you love to do. That is going to give you power, because I'm telling you guys, overthinking is only going to lead to psychological stress, anxiety, and overthinking is going to make you more insecure, because one thought will lead to another negative thought. Another negative thought is going to lead to another negative thought. And it doesn't even fucking matter. When you guys overthink things, you guys are just thinking about shit that does not even matter. Thinking about, oh wait, what is he thinking about me? That guy probably does not even give a flying fuck about you. He's worried about himself. People are selfish. You guys are just overanalyzing every single thing, not in the fucking moment. You cannot enjoy life when you're just thinking about other fucking bullshit. I feel like the moment you enjoy life the most is when you just embrace what life throws at you. That's how I live my life. I live my life unapologetically, and I don't give a fuck. I just live in the fucking present. Whatever life throws at me, hey, I'm gonna take it, and I'm gonna love it. Because we have no control over life. We can't control when we die. We might be gone next day or next week. That's why you need to just embrace every single moment. You cannot control if the sun is going to rise up and the moon is going to rise up. It's going to rise up regardless. Time is still passing by, and I'm not going to waste my time just overthinking shit. I'm just gonna live in the present and just be focused on today. Why should I be focused on tomorrow when I can be focused on today and build a better tomorrow? Because we cannot control if the sun is going up, if it's going to rain. We cannot control the weather. We cannot control the environment. We cannot control the people around us. We cannot control if a girl likes us or not. Either she wants to fuck you or she's not. Why do you need to overthink about a girl? Because just let it flow, let it come. Like, I just live my life how I want to live it. Like, I'm just in the present. I don't overthink, because life is too short to overthink. What I do is less thinking, more doing. That's how I live my life. Point blank, period. And in order to stop overthinking is to be able to be vulnerable. That is powerful. Is to be able to accept yourself, accept your flaws. Because when you accept your flaws, you're being honest with yourself. You're being genuine. When you're more genuine with yourself, not only inside and outside, you're going to be more happy within yourself. Because not a lot of us accept ourselves for who we are. But to be vulnerable and to accept our flaws, you're being one with yourself. And it's okay to have flaws. Guys, I have flaws. I have a big ass forehead. Look at that shit. But I'm not gonna I just accept it, because I can't control it. I can't control it. I can't fucking do anything. You can't cut half of my forehead off. I just have to accept it. And it's okay. I'm not gonna sit here and just overthink about my big ass forehead. I'm gonna be like, I look good. This is the biggest, I know this is big forehead, but you're gonna like it. Just being able to be comfortable with your own skin is very powerful, because you accept yourself internally and externally. I'm not going to live my life, just not feeling that I'm good enough, or just overthinking shit that I cannot control. I'm going to live my life how I was created, and I'm just gonna do me and not give a flying fuck. Because overthinking is just a waste of fucking time. It's a waste of unnecessary fucking energy. I don't need to overthink. I just do. And that's what you guys want to do, because overthinking gets you fucking nowhere. Because let me tell you this. When you see a hot girl at the bar, you just overthink about, should I go talk to her? Should I go talk to her? Do you think you're going to make it happen? Because when you go over there and make it happen, you get to talk to her, you get her phone number, and you get to fuck the shit out of her. But overthinking about the process, no. Just go over there and fucking do it. If you have a math exam tomorrow, stop overthinking about the math exam. Focus on studying for the math exam. Focus on today by studying, and eventually when you study today, you'll be prepared tomorrow. Overthinking is just a waste of fucking unnecessary energy. And to be vulnerable and to be comfortable with yourself, I always tell you guys this, if you guys want to be comfortable with yourself, is you have to start with the self-improvement. You have to make yourself better. You have to start going to the gym, because confidence does not fall from the sky. You have to earn that confidence. You have to, what's your skin routine like? What's your workout program like? What's your diet program like? Because anxiety is just a feeling that you're uncomfortable with yourself. You gotta accept yourself for who you are. You simply have to put the work in. Because anxiety and stress is just overthinking and not being uncomfortable with yourself. That's where the confidence comes from. The lack of confidence comes from, excuse me. Because when you're confident, you don't need to overthink about the dumb shit. You're like, I got this. I got this. I got this in the bag. I believe in myself. Because I think overthinking is such a fucking disease. Because we just kill ourselves within our thoughts. Stop doing that. Fuck that. Every time I overthink, I just take in the thoughts. Okay, this is what I'm thinking now. I'm not gonna fight it. Because you can't fight your thoughts. You can't stop your way of thinking. You cannot completely stop your thoughts, because your mind's going to be constantly running. But how I change my thought process is I switch my thoughts. Okay, how I do that is I'm focused on my purpose. I focus on the things that I love. Because when I have these negative thoughts, I just switch it. I just distract my thoughts and just deflect it by focusing on my purpose. Find something I love to do. If I'm overthinking or I'm having a bad day or I'm stressed out, I'm not going to think about the stress. I'm going to go out, go to the gym, play basketball, hit up my friends, play fucking Madden, play Call of Duty. Figure out ways to deflect those negative thoughts. Because you cannot control your fucking thoughts, guys. Your mind is going to be constantly running. Figure out ways to deflect your thoughts. That's how I do it. Because whenever I'm having a bad day, I just figure out ways to just maneuver it, deflect it, like a force field. That's what you got to do. And I know that these thoughts can really take over our minds if we don't seek help. This is why people get depressed. This is why people get anxiety. This is people get stressed, because they're not focused on today. They're not focused on the self-improvement. Because when you don't better yourself, you're going to get overweight. You're not going to feel good about yourself. When you don't feel good, you're not going to feel as confident. And when you're not confident, you tend to overthink things. You tend to overanalyze the situation. And that causes, I said before, anxiety. And that's why y'all stressed. If I was fat, I'll be fucking stressed and depressed too. Because no girl is not going to fucking want me. But when I start with the self-improvement, I'm going to feel better about myself. Facts. That's just how it is, fellas. You simply have to stop being a bitch and just simply focus on today to build a better tomorrow. And one last thing, I always teach you guys to be proactive, not reactive. Reactive is overthinking, crying, and bitching, but proactive is going out and doing something about it. Because if you're fat, being overweight and just overthinking, oh man, I suck, I'm fat, I'm overweight, I'm ugly, but what the fuck you gonna do about it? If I'm overweight, what I'm going to do is I'm gonna start eating healthy. I'm start go to the gym 3 to 4 times a week. I'm gonna start looking for a personal trainer. I'm gonna do something about it. I'm not gonna sit and cry, because crying and bitching does not get you fucking nowhere. And that's facts. I'm keeping it real with y'all. I don't give a fuck if I offend you guys. Because in order for you guys to get better, is for you guys to tell the truth. I'm not gonna fucking spoon feed you and blow sunshine up your ass and feed you fucking bullshit. Because I don't learn like that. In order for me to learn, I need to hear the fucking truth. And that's how I learn. That's how I get better. Sometimes the truth hurts, but that's how you're going to get better. Because I'm not going to sit here and feed you bullshit. So, fellas, start changing your mindset. Stop focusing on what you can't control, but focus on what you can control. And that's facts. All right, guys. That's my 3 ways on how to stop overthinking. Hope that helps. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe.